you become very clear that B2B, business to business is your lane. And what helped you realize that narrowing your focus was actually a strength for you and not a limitation, like not trying to serve everybody, but like focusing on business?
Yeah. I think I started off originally. It's so funny. All the big brand agencies and marketing gurus out there say niche down, niche down, niche down. And it doesn't work like that when you're first starting off. I think you have to say yes to everything when you're trying to pay the bills. I think it's a good concept if you have financial backing to niche down early. But I think over time, I think everybody, because it's again, who do you resonate with? I'm very straightforward. I don't like to use marketing terms unless it's absolutely necessary to the conversation. It's a click, a phone call, an email. Like let's keep it really, form fill. Let's keep it really simple. And I think because of that directness, I kind of gravitated towards the industrial B2B service bases because I'm a real straight shooter and don't like to waste people's time or overcomplicate things when it doesn't need to be. So I kind of figured out that niche was working for me. And then my personality jived with theirs, as well as, my understanding of the profession was better than a lot of my peers, and that kind of made the decision for me to kind of niche down. It made a lot of sense. It's not that I won't take anybody for any services. It's just that the B2B space is really good for me.
Yeah. And what is different? What makes marketing to B2B companies fundamentally different than marketing to a consumer? Like, what do you take into consideration, or, what are those differences that you notice and that you implement in your strategies?
The sales cycle, the sales cycle is much more churn burn. With B2C, it's much faster. You need a higher volume of sales. With B2B, specifically the industries I work with, they're high ticket items, anywhere from, $1,000 all the way up to multi-million dollar projects. That takes some nurturing. It takes time. And to expect, you're going to treat it the same way as you would B2C is a giant flaw that I see in my industry. Is that they're like, how many leads?
Yeah, exactly. Like, because we also, serve businesses, and I'm like, we're not selling pots and pans. It's going to take. It's a slow cycle. They got to be, they got to feel you out, make sure it's right. I mean, I enjoy it also. It's in my lane, but you know, why do you think so many business owners stay too broad or too long instead of claiming a lane and getting to know something specific? Like, have you thought about that? Like, why?
I think that's the biggest facet of not niching down. You When you do everything and you do every industry, when you do a business model, it's safer because you can say yes to everything. And that provides a revenue safety, because then you just have more business. But when you start really looking at how your hours are spent, where what service, because some industries cost more revenue because you need different platforms or services or different team members. Like you look at the hourly rate for, let's say you do only video production. Video production is a very high cost because the equipment and the labor is very expensive, and the time consumption to produce the content. So when you start looking at those things, you start realizing, oh, even though our dollar signs from the pre-sale is really high, by the time it gets to your bank account, it's not the same. So when you start doing the cost analysis of each service, you start realizing, oh, I might do less business with these service or this industry, but in the long run, it's actually more profitable to do this industry.